And everyone, welcome in. Our dear friend here is having some unfortunate challenges that he's having to deal with technology-wise, but we're going to make the most of it. We're going to do the best we can. I feel very much under the weather for anyone who was on the stream earlier. Yeah, I'm feeling quite rough, but we're going to make the most of it. We're scheduled for it. I don't want to delay unless we have to, because we can at least still make some progress on it and have fun. Angel says hi to you.
Hello.
So, our lovely cast of individuals, as you can see here on the screen, is Peter and Thurbold, myself, and Marigold and Skewer, our good friend Mr. Matt in the Hat. We just got to a town that was very much and reminiscent of a certain Morrowind domain, fungal growth being a mixture of constructs. And from there we were headed north into the frozen lands. We had to deal with the cult of eternal frost. And that's where we find our people today, preparing to head north. Matt, do you want to add anything?
Only that we are developing our map as we explore, which is very exciting. And we will be making updates to that as we go. I'm going to bring my people in as well, and we'll get started here as well. Let me just do that. Hello. My name's Matt in the Hat, and we have with us DM Nix as we play and build Eòlas, his wonderful original setting here, taking inspiration from all sorts of wonderful things, and from chat and from each other as we progress forward. We are role-playing, we are voice acting, we are world-building, we are doing all the things. Welcome on in. Neither DM Dix or I. Well, DM Dix is feeling not too good in himself. I'm having computer issues, so we've got all sorts of stuff going on, but we're happy to be here for you and with you. Right, yes, we are traveling north. We have this wonderful map that I've been making, and that will be built upon as we progress. So,
the map building methods I was going to use didn't work, so I'm looking for alternate options to done.
Okay.
But
those...
I'll be doing it, but I did like what you did. So if we want to scan that in, we can put it in Foundry at some point. We can share that with people a little easier if you put it on that big screen.
Well, I can make this on non-gridded paper. At the moment, I'm on gridded paper because it was just rough.
No, you're good. I'm just saying, in the future, something we can do for everyone.
Yeah.
You're great.
And if you look closely at this map, you will see, although you won't be able to see it on the screen, you'll see in Elderwin's Watch that there are actually mushrooms. You have to look pretty closely. Alright. Hello. Good to see you, Silverwolf. Alright. King J.
J's
with the 2 Tier 1 gifted subs.
Hey.
Congratulations to Melazera, who is part of stream we're probably going to be raiding out to afterwards. The wonderful, what are their names again?
Mm-hmm.
I've forgotten already. Anyway, we're going to be going there. Lollygaggers, that's the ones. Wonderful Lollygaggers. Melazara is part of that. We'll be probably going there afterwards. And to Saz Creations. So, congratulations, guys. And welcome on in, King J. And thank you so much. So, DM, our people are journeying north. Another one? You are going on a hot streak here, King J. What's going on? Welcome,
King J's
Ian.
on fire.
Viking Silverwolf, you now have a gifted sub. Thanks to King J over here. So there are all sorts of exciting things to press down below. So feel free to do that. All right. Yeah, we're traveling north. We've just left Elderwin's Watch not too long ago.
Yep. So we know we're going to be heading in. It's the frozen area.
Yes. Welcome on in, Angel. I was going to message you earlier today to talk about what we talked about the other day. I'll message you a bit later, check in about that. Hope everything's all good.
Agreed.
Yeah, we're traveling into the tundra, and things are getting ever colder. That is awesome to hear. I'm glad that things have improved on that front. King J, what are you doing, sir? Please be responsible with your money. So, Angel, congrats, you got a gifted sub. This is the most subs that this Matt in the Hat has had in one session forever, I think. I've never had 4 in a day, so congrats. We will give King J a big shout out. Thank you for all of this. Boom. There you go. Cool. So, it's all going forward. We're traveling further north, getting cold. How long... Hey, Cool Fang. How long do you think it's going to take us to get to Cerveza? How many days do we think it is?
Well, I think something our characters don't know that I kind of mentioned to you is that they don't know, but Cerveza isn't a single location. It's nomadic group.
Okay.
So where we thought, based on not ever visiting, not knowing nomads, that they had one place, they're not. But we were told how to find it. We're like, oh, okay, so just looking for a normal town up that way. We'll learn that we're wrong. So I think it'll be somewhat random. So how long do you think we'll want to make it? Do we want to roll for number of hours? What do you think?
Well, I think there should be a minimum, right? Because we're traveling north. I think minimum it should be not even possible on the first day of travel, right? Like you can't, like it's too far in a day. The other question that I have is, are we still on foot? So my thinking is, right, this land probably has some form of faster travel, like scouts riding some sort of animal as part of travel, and probably Svezia is like the furthest away, so they would have potentially some sort of mounds. And I'm thinking that being that the climate is significantly changing. Yes, it's changing from the altitude, but it's also changing because, you know, we're moving north. Like, if you're going, like, we're relatively cool temperature anyway. I'm thinking, minimum a day and then maximum a week. So to reflect that they're nomadic, that they can live further north, further south, further east, further west, whatever, and you don't really know. And so I think we do each day, and then so after the first day we roll something like the random kingdom event like table, which is 16 plus on a flat check. We find it. If we don't find it, it goes down by 5, 11 plus. If we don't find it again, it goes down by 5, 6 plus. If we don't find it again, it goes to 1 plus. That way there's 4 days potentially travel after the first one. What do you think about that?
Makes sense. And I think let's have the first day be, we're getting to where we're told a woodsman in who will have transportation for us, the cold weather. Okay. Whether that be a dog sled or elk sled, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
Just because narratively that fits well, because it explains why we hadn't yet, and why we're not just going to be stomping across the frozen wastes there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably where we'll find out that they're nomadic and be like, oh.
Right. Do you want to roll on your random encounter table thingy for the first day?
Sure.
Comet, good to see ya. Thank you for being here. It's a lot of dice, 20.
So there's either a major encounter in the middle of the day, or there's back-to-back 2 minor encounters.
King J, stop it! Oh my. Welcome in, Comet. Congrats to you for getting a gifted sub from King J, the 5th of the day. Going crazy here. I don't even know how to react to this. Thank you so much, King J. So, 2 small encounters or 1 big encounter?
And it can be, like we talked about, weather, social, combat. It doesn't have to be 1. So what do you think narratively fits well and sounds good?
Well, I think that we should incorporate the sled into this encounter. I think that they should be having an encounter, and I think that we should come upon them having that encounter.
Sure.
All right. So, we are going to... Is there a white or tundra-like background that you can start working on for us, please?
Yes. It's pretty easy.
All right, I'll get you started on that if you wouldn't mind, please, while we talk about what this is, and I can gather in some things. RL Devils, hey! Thanks for the visit yesterday. I didn't even know you did this kind of stuff. I sure do. We do this kind of stuff kind of regularly. We've got Kingmaker on now Wednesday. my Wednesday, which is Tuesday nights for you guys.
Depends on where they're located.
Yeah, well, RL is over there. Over there with you guys. King should just buy 1 billion cookies and send them all to me. You're never gonna get through 1 billion cookies before they're stale. I know how much you eat, but that's a lot of cookies. You could try, for sure. You could definitely be an incarnation of the Cookie Monster going forward.
There you go.
So yeah, we're going to be heading over to a map here shortly. I'm going to bring up the Pathfinder dashboard here. And we're going to be up against probably some natural creatures, I'm thinking. Maybe some polar bears or something. Yeah.
Those things are nasty.
Right?
Polar bears
So
are nasty.
I think that's the play. And I think I'm gonna need to make it weak because polar bears are creature level 5, and we are party level 1, and that will absolutely TPK us.
Yeah, let's not
even
do that.
with help.
Let's not do that.
All right, so let's pull it in, and I can edit it after the fact. We'll make it weak. It's still going to be a challenge. I will tell you that, even with the help.
Oh, I don't expect it to not be a challenge.
I am also to make it so that we're not instantly going to die. We're going to make this potentially already injured from the squad, and we are going to looking at the conditions that it might have. I'm thinking it could be a sick bear, which is maybe why it's doing what it's doing.
That would make sense.
I like that it's sick. Let's make it very sick.
Or cursed or corrupted, something like that.
Yeah, well, we can find out more about the nature of the sick afterwards, but we're just going to give it the sickened 2 condition to reflect that it is a very sick bear. This will enable us to hopefully be able to deal with it. In addition, I am going to roll some dice. While we're going about that, we're going to have over here, is there maybe a hunter? Another one? Oh my goodness. King J, thank you so much. RL, you just have a gifted sub. Congrats. Alright, so... Alright, so I'm gonna get some mammoth hunters in. They're gonna be the sled drivers. Then we're going to actually increase their level because they're going to be on our side. We're going to make those elite. Actually, there's just going to be one of them. And I'm going to put maybe a wolf. Let's have a look. I don't know. Typically, it's like wolves that pull sleds. Dogs of some description. Sarkorian wolf. Normal wolf. Yeah, just wolf. Alright, so we're just gonna make them wolves. Wolf. Boom. Drag that in.
My
Don't mind us while
we
we
all
get
together
this sorted
again.
over here.
Time for some thrilling heroics.
King Jay.
Thanks.
Alright, so first things first, we're going to make this into an ally. We're going to make the wolf into a neutral party. Save. Because I don't know if you've ever seen wolves on a sled run, but they are not friendly to anyone.
I have, actually.
Something like this. Alright. Cool. So there's that. We can put some of these wolves are already trying to flank and stuff. Like this. And then we're going to drag our characters over
I can get 'em.
here.
Where do you want
That's
them?
alright. I got it.
You're doing it. Come on.
Yeah, we'll populate and get them closer and stuff as we go.
Yep.
But just getting the majority of things.
Oh, you're good.
All right, so this is looking pretty good. This is looking like a significant, but possible battle. It's definitely something that we need to be wary of. I'm actually going to put us coming from the south because it makes more sense.
Sure.
To the story. Story is important. And maybe a couple of rocks. I can help with that. Rocks or trees. I'm not sure if there are any trees that have ice or snow on them. So let me see. Let's get some of this in. Oh, that's big.
That's bigger.
Okay. And then we go up to see if there's anything.
Interesting. I'm going to have to move stuff around. I think that. Oh, because I'm on the wrong thing. Never mind. Good.
Huh. All right. Well, here are some things
It's
to
frustrating
place
knowing
around.
that my brain's only working at like partial efficiency.
Man, that's a massive tree. Jeez. All right. I'll decrease the size of that one. All right. Well, there's some things to like put around and copy and paste and do some stuff with. That should be enough to populate. All right. So I'm gonna pop this up to the north. Gonna be down here. You know what? I like the idea that this area looks like a giant hand coming out of the ground. So I'm going to do something like where this one is the thumb kind of thing. The big one is the thumb.
Yeah. It's like a beast claw. Ooh. I know what it is.
Right, there we go. So that looks kind of like a hand coming out of the ground.
I know what it is. This can tie into the cult.
Okay, okay.
Get into what it is after. Find out.
Right. Like, this looks pretty good at the moment. What do you think?
Yeah.
Obviously, if you want more copy and paste, feel free. But we have a giant claw here to represent this area. And a polar bear that is currently getting attacking this sled with the dogs. And we are coming from the south. Alright, so we are going to add an encounter. I'm going to start to roll initiative for things. I'll roll initiative for my own crew.
They're all in. Got the bear.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we just need 2 wolves. I got him.
Okay. Well, I will just go down rolling initiative for everything. And we will... Yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's
They have a
brilliant.
nice button to just push for everyone.
It is a severe encounter, which is what we expect.
Yup.
Okay, we'll zoom out a little bit. We'll unpause. Alright, well, this is a great little scene that we have here thanks to the random encounter generator that Neomix has that we're putting together on the fly. And our characters are coming from the south, upward, and toward this growling polar bear that is threatening this sled team. Right, so it looks like we've got the polar bear
That's with the
first.
polar bear. Yep.
Fantastic. All right, well,
So, what is the focus, the goal of the polar bear? 'Cause I think one goal we have is to try to keep bear, or the wolves and guy alive.
yeah, I think number one, the bear is not okay. Right? It's very sick, it's affected by something, it has changed its demeanor from just hunting for its its day-to-day living to outwardly being aggressive. Now, polar bears are not exactly the kindest of creatures,
No.
whatever the case, but in this case, it is extra aggressive, and so has heard the baying of the wolves and has decided that a snack is in order. So I think it's just driven mad, mostly. I think if you want, we could give it some other motive that conflicts with the driven mad motive. Maybe there is cubs nearby that it's trying to protect.
Could be. I think it makes sense it'd be a male polar bear, because it's already going to be more hostile, other than a mother protecting cubs. We're heading towards winter, so cubs would be less of a thing at this point,
Yeah.
most likely. So I think it makes sense that it's a male polar bear getting ready for hibernation, so he's trying to fatten up and get ready to hibernate, find a place to hibernate.
All right, let's have a look at it then. We have... All right, it will move up to one of the wolves with its first action. It will target the wolf. It will try to slam it with its... oh no, that's sort of a secondary attack, isn't it? Oh well, that's okay. Plus grab. Let's do a jaws attack. It's hungry first. Oh yeah?
Yay!
And a claw. Wow. This bear is really sick.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it's going
That's it.
to... What do we think? It's moved there and it's attacked twice, so that's it.
Yeah. Would be.
All right, do you want to control some of these wolves?
Well, the wolf is right there on him. Do that. Probably. Strike. Oh, plus knockdown for free. Nice.
No. It's,
No?
So it gets the knockdown thing.
Oh.
So what happens
Okay, I
is
see
that
what
it
you're
gets
saying.
to attempt a knockdown, unless it's improved knockdown. Attempt a knockdown, but at
Yep,
full
I see that.
attack, like no multiple attack penalty, even though it's the second thing it's doing.
Yep, that makes sense.
So yeah, it doesn't just get to do the thing.
And then you attack a second time on what? Attack penalty? 1 or 2?
So the grab or the knockdown is a trip, which has the attack trait, so it would be a maximum penalty because it contributes, but after the fact.
Yep, no, it makes sense.
So
That's what I thought. I wanted to clarify.
Wow. Okay,
He wants to
this
stay
wolf
there
is
for the pack
insane.
tactics.
This wolf is insane. Alright, another 8 points of damage to this bear.
16
Already
damage to this wolf. Protecting his master, that's for sure.
Alright, Peter. We can be... Yeah, that's probably a reasonable distance anyway. Like, we wouldn't have been any closer than that, I don't think. But it would be in a different order, so Skewer would be up there with you, I think.
He'll start walking up. And as he does, he will channel.
Yeah, channel the elements.
So he's going to channel elements. I don't know what to call it. Kinetic aura. Channel elements. Yes, that is what it's called. And it's 45. So at a range.
Yeah, and we've seen sometimes that when things roll badly, it just totally changes the severity of an encounter. We had that the other day in Kingmaker too, where the werewolf just couldn't really land any attacks on us.
Fury.
Yeah, Skewer has a very fast movement speed. At the moment, it's 30. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, one move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 move. And he is going to target the polar bear as we know that we were sent to meet this sled company and we need to drive this bear off. And he is going to make a strike with his breaching pike, which has the reach property. If you look here, has the reach property. So he can actually reach from here. Make a strike. Now that was nearly a critical hit, but he doesn't actually manage to hit his Strode twice. He's made an attack. And that was a snagging strike. And it doesn't hit. That's okay. It's tried, and then it's the next wolf.
You want to do it or you?
Oh, we'll help you out.
You can
We'll
go for that.
try to help you out. Alright. So, okay. What is their movement? 35? Wow. 2, so 35. I think... Yeah, let's get him in. That's 3 movements, though. So, Hunter.
He does get back tactics when they
has a sling with a range increment of 50 feet. So that will be that square. Can you maybe move the hunter to there? Be 2 movements. Somewhere in that area. And then we'll target the bear. And we'll use the sling. Ciao!
probably as he moves up, whistles to the dogs to get them to deal with it.
Yeah.
Knowing that the
I don't
bear
think
is
he's going to
sick.
move any closer than that. Like, for
Probably
sure.
not. He's not dumb. You know, he desires to be alive.
Double. See this massive polar bear ready to maul these wolves, but getting attacked by them.
Knowing that there's no point to hide when you're in the middle of white and you're not white.
Yeah, like behind trees or rocks is probably the best bet, but I love that we made this into a hand. That's so good.
You won't when you figure out what it is.
Foreshadowing. Oh, there you go.
Hey!
Just barely. So
You know,
4
he has
damage.
to show that he's competent.
Nice. I'm thinking, based on everything that's happening, that maybe some of these wolves are gonna just circle around their master
That makes sense.
and just sort of like be defensively
Link him to
aggressive.
protect him. Yeah.
Yeah, so that if the bear charges or something, that then they come in and attack. They're just like growling off.
Basically
while the
ready to
others-
intercept.
Yeah. And if the bear comes in range, because they've only just moved once, they can prepare an action to bite. So we're going to do that for both of those. Marigold is going to move. And she is very far away. So she only
How far?
has.
You should need.
So she's gonna move twice to get to there. Ugh.
Be within 50 foot.
Has she got anything that's 50 foot? She might need to ask her patron. Yes, she has slashing gust.
Yeah, 60 foot.
All right, so she's gonna target with slashing gust. And cast that. Attack. Roll. Oof. Not a chance. She commands the winds to come on down, but doesn't seem to be effective right now. Polar bear as a second turn. Alright, so I'm going to target this wolf again. We're going to make a claw strike. That's better. And it's going to slam into that wolf, dealing 11 points. Can you deal the 11 points for me? And we want to spend an action to grapple the target? Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Critical success on the grab.
Target is restrained.
Yes. And is then going to... So... multiple attack penalties really high. That's alright, it's just going to keep going. Oh my lord, okay. No. So we're going to do more damage. Uh-oh. 13 more points. Slams another claw down to that wolf. Bye-bye. Yeah, so in a single round, it brings a wolf from full health to nothing to just straight down. Clawing, ripping, tearing. That's disturbing. Peter?
No, you hurt dog.
Your elemental blast is slightly off. Explosion of ice and snow catapults upward harmlessly.
So he's going to need to make a basic reflex.
Okay. Ooh. Thank you to the sickened. That means that this fails. He wasn't sickened. In fact, if he was one less point sickened even sickened one, he would have succeeded.
Yep. So he will take that and get that for one turn. So he's clumsy one to the start of his next turn.
Right. Skewer. He is going to attempt a snagging strike.
Something different. Why attack when you can make them roll defense?
Attempt a snagging strike. Oh yeah. So we deal some damage. Not a huge amount of damage, if you wouldn't mind applying that, please. But what this means is he combines his attack with a quick grappling move to throw an enemy off balance, as long as it's staying in reach. Keeps a hand free. If the strike hits, the target is off guard. So can you apply off guard to me? Actually, I can do that. Off guard till the start of its next turn. Until the start of its next turn. It is off guard. That's so good, man.
So it's off guard, clumsy. What else are we going to add to it?
right? And then he might actually risk
Those
getting in
downwards
here.
flanking.
Right. So we've snagging struck, we've moved, and we can attack once more. So we'll try with. It's not likely to hit, but you know, especially when you roll like that. Woof. Okay. Alright, so the wolf is going to try to hit the bear with its jaws. Bite down at it. Oh yes, damage. And yes, it wants to try to knock down the target. It doesn't knock down the target. So can you do the damage though to the bear? And then it will attempt another. Actually, I don't think it will. I think it will just sit there. Potentially. I want to say that it would. Oh, look. This is terrible, but. Oh my lord!
Whoa.
With a -1?
Yep.
These wolves are vicious, man. I do not want to fight anything that is named wolf ever. Oh my god.
Ilazine.
Alright, the hunter stays at range.
Does he or does he not command the other wolves to go to attack?
I don't
he just wants to keep him
so.
alive? Does he call the other one back to defend him since there's other people here engaging, or does he leave him engaged?
I think he's probably going to call it back because he sees how big Peter is, and he's like, "No, we need every wolf that we're gonna need every single wolf."
That's why I was asking, like, what do you think narratively and logically he would do?
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. So we're gonna try and sling. We succeed. He would have had to reload it, by the way, so this is his second action. Can you apply the damage to the bear, please? And with his third action, yeah, he's just going to
Sorry, brain.
command his
I was looking at the hit, trying to find where to click the apply damage button. Told you I'm doing great.
Thurball. Seeing this bear take a whole bunch of punishment, but managed to take a wolf from full to 0. What is your action here?
It'd be nice to get the sneak attack in. Don't see a way he can do that.
From his location?
Yeah.
Well, he's already got it because the creature is off guard.
You're right. I forgot about that.
Snagging strike, boy.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I'm just...
This is why I chose to not give Skewer a shield, because Snagging Strike is so good. And he hits. Thanks to the off guard.
Yep, which is awesome. Every +1 matter.
This
There you
bear
go.
is seriously getting hurt.
I'm gonna go ahead and fire another one just for an attempt to. Apparently not.
Yep. He slams it into this rock here right beside Peter. He's like, watch it!
Yeah. Ooh.
Sorry, I did not. The cold numbed my finger. I'm sorry.
Oh. Is it within 30 feet though?
Oh, it does say 30. No, it's not.
I like the flavor.
Yeah. Alright.
The other thing too is that it has the linguistic trait. Just for future knowledge, DM. So a linguistic trait means that it is dependent on the target actually understanding your language.
Okay.
Okay. So in this case, it wouldn't have worked anyway, but that's just something for you to know. Even against humanoids, if the humanoids do not understand your language because it's got the linguistic trait, they have to be able to understand your language for it to take effect. Alright. I am going to have the wolves act since DM's doing some life things. So those two wolves maintain a close guard on their master, and Marigold.
Yeah, sorry, Matt.
That's okay. Marigold is going to attempt a nature check to see if she can figure out more about the situation. Oh yeah!
It's 20th.
So, given this pretty high result, it's not a critical success, but it's, it's definite
It's good.
success.
Yeah.
What might she know here, in addition to obviously the strengths and weaknesses of the creature? Does she notice that it is affected by something, by some sort of sickness?
I think she probably would. Like, she's like, this is not normal animal nature. Something's up.
Okay. So as a free action, Marigold says, "Oh, dearies, just so you know, it does seem like that this creature is affected by some sort of pallor, some sort of sickness." And then she is going
Of
to...
course it is. It's in the ring of plague.
She's gonna move. Maybe not that close. 5, 10, 15, 25. Up beside Peter, I think. And she's gonna target the creature with Wilding Word. So could you make that will save for the creature, please?
Yeah. It's weird.
Oh, wow.
Ah.
So success. On a success, if the target attempts to attack her, Marigold, it will take a -2 penalty to its roll, even on a success. So it's disinclined to target her. Doesn't do any damage, and she can sustain it. If it failed, then it gets more sickened. It's playing on its weaknesses here. All right. Do we think it's going to go after the wolf? Shall we roll randomly? It is very near death, so I think...
Yeah. Well, should we have it roll a morale to see if it sticks out in fights?
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Because, yes, it's poisoned by something, but it doesn't necessarily want to die. Did you say that's a will save? Or...
I do, and if it
To see if it's
succeeds,
clear
it can run, and if it fails, it will stay.
Ready? Here we go.
I think that's a success.
So you said success means it's...
It's going to run. Try and preserve its life.
5 feet.
Yes, 35 feet.
You think we should...
I'm thinking that there might be a cave on the other side of this or something.
Sure.
So I think toward the back of that. It's got plenty of actions, so.
So there's 2 moves. And...
Yeah.
What's next?
All right.
Just trying to run away from...
Then it's Peter. Peter sees that the bear starts to run away instead of continuing to attack. Doesn't seem
Anyway.
like it's interested
It is sick.
in.
Should we hunt it down or let it go?
Marigold says, "Well, it's hard to know, dearie. But I think that this will be a threat in the local area if it were to remain alive. Let's talk to the local and see what he thinks."
Mr. Hunter Man, should we kill the bear or let it go?
I'm not sure what he would say. What do you think?
What is that? Depends on what the malady is.
Right.
Do we think it's a seasonal malady? Or is it a actual illness that could spread?
It's a good question.
Should we roll to... or chat? You're always welcome to tell us too.
Yeah, well, you have an idea of what this area might be. Maybe this cave that it settled in isn't its forever home, and maybe it's only moved in here recently and being here has made it sick.
That would actually fit with what I was thinking.
Yeah. So I think it might be the area. And if we were to stay the night here, which we're not going to, but It would be funny if a snowstorm came in right now and we had to take cover, because then we would start getting sick and the story would deepen because we wouldn't know why.
Yeah.
We can make that happen, but
Well, maybe that's the second encounter. Or maybe this was just a social encounter. So either way is fine. So I think the hunter would say, it is more an issue of where he's currently residing. I would say now, just keep our distance.
Okay. I think everyone is going to take
'Cause if
that.
it's only a seasonal thing, that it's because he's here, then it should. It's an environment, location-based thing.
Yep. Sounds fair. I don't think anyone in the party is going to argue with a local.
I think he wants to go after it and kill it for revenge for his dog. But he also understands the curse. It's like, we need to move out of here quickly. This area is cursed.
Cursed, you say? Is that just local superstition?
No,
And she is going
there is
to
foul powers at play here.
make... That would be an occult check. She can't figure out any more about it. And she just nods sagely and she says, oh, okay. Whatever you say, dearie, I think we should listen to this fine fellow.
For our viewers, we're going to go below this for appearance now. What is a large creature with claws? And everyone a chance to see if they want to answer. If you look at this image, looks like a beast's claw.
Sure does.
What gigantic beast would that be? What if Eternal Frost were trying to resurrect, to bring back a defeated immense elder worm dragon? Frost dragon.
Oh.
And this is the only part of the dragon that currently hides above the ground. As you go down under the snow, you see that it's actually ice. And below that, an immense, massive.
Ew. The cult of
I saw the way you
Eternal
set it
Winter
up, and I was like, that looks like a dragon claw.
is attempting to resurrect an ancient frost dragon whose claw makes up the encounter zone for it. Hey, sure.
I don't like it. It's not
I
so
don't like it.
good.
All right. Well, and that says something about history, and it says something potentially about the future.
Yeah. It kind of lends to why we would want to deal with Bolton versus, that's for sure.
Yeah, but we don't know that they're doing this, so...
No. There's a chance that, like, one of the older, the sages of Sylvessa know that it's not just cursed lands, it's actually a beast. Because this guy obviously knew that it was cursed. And it makes sense why this area is so much colder, why this area is
right,
totally frosted over. Well, it's a ice drake. Its whole existence is frost, freezing, So even in its dormant state, its very essence, its nature, pollutes the land, drives creatures crazy if they're too close, and literally makes the area frozen. Because it fits and it gives a reason to it. That's kind of cool and develops lore for fun.
Right. I like it.
So then
There
we
it
zoom
is.
back up from the water with this beast's eyes lazily, slow, just barely open, giving us this foreboding warning that the party is completely clueless about. The camera rises back up through the ice on Marigold, pondering what she has now been told. The area is cursed. We must leave.
All right, dearie. Well, I think we are ready to go. Sorry you lost one of your team.
It's unfortunate. Joachim was a good dog. He pulled well. Come, rest away. Now, he will lead us away from here. Do we want to have it be a social encounter to convince him to take us to Cerveza? Or
I think it makes sense. Like, maybe he's heard about the fighting or something. Or maybe he's just heard howling of a night that seems really unnatural. It seems to be coming from that direction.
makes sense. So, due to it getting late in the day, let's say he is going to be sociable and offer a home, but due to the disruption here, storm starts picking up. Let's just have everyone roll, say, fort saves from the cold. See if it affects them as they're not used to east winds picking up.
Oh.
It's not a major thing, but it's just more narrative.
Ooh.
How do they do
Ooh.
frost?
Oh, jeez. Okay.
So,
well,
Marigold is freezing. Everyone else is
she
okay.
is definitely freezing.
Peter sees that she's struggling. It's like, Marigold, do you wish me to carry you to help you not fall behind? You seem to be having problems with your frozen self.
Yeah. Yes, dearie. That sounds nice.
He picks you up. And he picks her up and carries her the rest of the way.
I think her frail,
Old self.
aging
Yeah.
body is contributing to this.
Yeah.
Some of the fat has definitely deteriorated over the years.
Right. She's not a young spring chicken.
No, definitely not. As you can see in her picture over there. I'm
She's
77.
Most people my age have already died.
All right, so yeah, we make our way, and I'm guessing
See, but this is-
make camp.
It's hilarious because if you look, Thurbold with his fur actually critically succeeded.
Yeah.
And so it's like interesting. And narratively, the old lady who would have a difficult time in weather had a difficult time. So it's just funny how the dice support the narrative sometimes so well. So you're able to get there and avoid the worst of the storm. So, chat, what is our host's name? He is a hunter of elk and mammoths and such. A man of the frozen north. I think it makes an interesting narrative for him to not be one of Sylvessa.
Right.
That he is a human, not one of the mere humans of Sylvessa, shall we say, for anyone who missed it.
I think it should probably be like maybe a Viking name or something.
Yeah. So either Siberian.
Eric, Gunnar, Gorm. Ragnar. Anders means brave.
Ghostly Neanderthals. I mean, go then if you want.
Just seeing if there's anything else.
Maybe. Allah.
We could make him a young pack leader here and call him Hagen.
Sure.
Hagen means
So-
the youthful.
Hagen takes us to his home. Used to be. Now he's still lacks youth. Adventurous. And so he has enough years to. He's not old, but he has enough years to be wise now. But he still enjoys his youthful adventures, which is why he's not with the larger group. He's still by his own, right? And he was the one that we were told we could meet up with to get help if we wanted heading to town. Or heading to town. Sylvessa, we think it's town.
And given how our characters are talking, Hagen gets kind of confused and he's like, "What do you mean?" Like they're not in one place.
Yeah.
And we're
So I
like,
think
"What
that-
do you mean they're not in one place? Isn't that how towns work?"
Right? So it's like, we need to get to the town of Sylvessa. It is not a town. Why do you think it's a town? Not know Sylvessa.
Oh, I ain't been there. If you people come from there, it's got to be a town, right?
No, Sylvessa is a group of nomads. They travel around. It's not in one place.
Oh,
Moves. They set up their tents and establish a place for a time, and then they take their tents and then go to another place and set it up. Sylvessa moves. I know there is a large cave that they. Actually, let's roll diplomacy and see if he'd tell us that part.
okay.
How much would he divulge? He's willing to help some, but how helpful is he?
Well, we've
Think-
established that Thurball is our spokesperson for the moment.
Sure.
Just need to know what we've done. Start the revealing this information.
technically at this level, that's a success.
So succeed, but not critically.
Yes.
So yeah, I think he would tell us it's a traveling place. I don't think he'd tell us their other location that they sometimes go. But I think he would be willing to tell us. They're nomadic people. They travel around in tents. They set up their base of operations in different areas, very similar to the central location that we all met up, where they come together, set up their tents and everything, and then back to the towns. So Veza is tents, and so it moves around.
Yeah. Sort of bivouacs.
So, being nomads, that makes sense, but not us not being nomads, that makes no sense.
Okay, so what do we want to... We can rest the night. I am going to see if I can cook us something. I do. That's not a critical
Yay.
success, just a normal success.
What did you cook us?
Yeah, I really need to go away and that and maybe make a journal entry with them or something.
Sure. Well, there's the basic hearty meal, but there's some other too. If you...
Yeah, I mean, at this level, there's not that many.
Yeah. Well, at this level,
Let's-
let's see, 5.
Right.
That's right. Fish on a stick.
Kind of makes sense.
Grilled eel, haggis. Hearty meal
Haggis
is
does
a
not make
DC
sense.
14, so hearty meal isn't a bad thing. Hunter's roast. I could see that one. It's a 22.
I wouldn't have even passed.
Oh, would you get? You got a 20? Oh, you got a 20.
But that's something to consider for future. It's okay if I fail. Like if we say she tried to make a hunter's meal and hasn't quite. It's not a critical fail.
I'm just reading off some of them. Pick rice and nut pudding, shepherd's pie, smoked trout, oh, and
Trout?
hydra pate. Probably not the hydra pate.
I don't think trout are quite that
Succulent
cold weathered.
sausage. That one I could see. Sausage, I could see working. Pancakes.
I
Probably
mean,
more
some
a
sort of
breakfast thing.
fish makes sense, right? Some sort of fish.
So either fish or, fish or sausage or
sausage.
shepherd's pie, hearty meal, hunter's roast. Those 4 are probably most likely. So I was reading off some that sounded like it would be something she would have tried. I didn't actually look at how difficult it was. Mastodon steak, 34. Whew.
What is the sausage one?
Hearty something sausage. Succulent sausage. Succulent sausage. A savory sausage are grilled with onions. It is a doesn't give more description than that, except it does say the effects, if you want to know the effects.
What's the DC of it?
DC is 18.
Okay, let's say that we made that. Success.
Lasts until the eater
begins their
begins their daily preparations. So what it does is it helps you recover from burn, bleeding, or other persistent damage, like potentially frost damage that she had reducing the flat DC made the persistent damage by 4.
Okay.
So basically helps you recover from the frost, which kind of makes sense. We didn't technically have persistent frost damage. Could have. So that one actually kind of fits, that she prepared a meal to help frost recovery.
All right. So she has made some succulent sausages, and we that only lasts us till morning, actually. So
This special effect, yeah.
all right. Do we set up camp? And,
Yep. I think he
Call it a
probably
night?
lets us stay in his tent due to the cold. Our tent probably isn't cut out for this frosty weather
Yeah.
very well.
All right, and let's roll a flat check. I will do it to see if
Do we get a 16
find-
or less or more? Oh
no. Okay, so we spend the next day trekking
with our
through the north.
Does anything happen that day?
Yeah,
Really
let's
hope
find
to
out.
actually get there.
Let's find out. Ooh, 16.
That evening that we camp, there will be an event. So basically, night where we have a event.
All right. What about someone from Silvesa has managed to escape the attack and has come running and just runs straight into the camp?
Ooh,
basically
I got it.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. But see, the thing is, that cold of night, bursting open like that is going to potentially disrupt everyone's sleep because it
Mm-hmm.
drops the temp a lot.
Welcome in, Azrael.
So, we should do will, a reflex, a fortitude. What would we have them?
I think
kind of
will,
stave
right?
off, get their sleep.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think, just determined.
I need my sleep. That works.
Okay. And skewer. Oh! Skewer is the one that gets cold tonight.
What was the DC on that?
It would be 16.
16. So Peter got 2 and Thurble.
Ooh.
So Marigold was on the far back of the tent, and Peter caught the draft.
Skewer's just
I
right
sleep
at the
okay.
front. He's right next door to the
He
door.
was on guard. He was on watch. So it
He was
blows
on
open.
watch.
He wasn't ready for it, and it just froze him to the core.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to give him some sort of condition for the day or something to represent this? I think it makes
what would be
sense.
something that fits for chilled?
Maybe clumsy. Let's see. Maybe just fatigued.
Fatigued, I can see. Feeble. Drained. It's based on name. Potentially. Tell me which one.
Trained. Yeah. Brain's horrible.
Okay, then not that one. Like I said, I don't remember what they all do right now. Sicken, slowed works.
I'm gonna make him drained. I think that's great. So you take And
Your
you take
health and
status
vitality have been
penalty.
depleted. Oh wow!
Right? Yeah, I think
Oh,
that makes a
no.
complete sense. No, but it makes sense. It
It does.
absolutely makes sense.
Oh, that's harsh.
It is. It's great. And do we say that he's drain 2 and the rest of you are drain 1, the ones that failed? I mean, that makes us really affected, but it's great.
We could. Do you think we should do that, or do you think it makes sense that they are something less, like slowed or something? I'm fine either way.
Well,
It just
slowed
depends
is
on what level of harsh
horrible,
you want
man. You don't want to make a slow.
it. Okay.
Slow takes an action away.
Oh, yeah, that's rough.
Maybe make them clumsy
Feebled, clumsy,
or enfeebled.
either.
Yeah,
Or, I mean, like I said, I'm fine doing drained if you really want. That is a level of severity that we're basically saying.
I like it. I think it's
Okay.
horrible, but I like it. So I'm gonna have him at drain 2, and we're gonna have Thurbol and Peter at drained 1.
This
Ugh.
is to be day.
Yeah, let's hope we do not come across anything else.
So, what does this person from Soveza, what's their name? Chat, you can give us a name for this character from Soveza. They are based on Siberian nomads. So you can come up with a name for us. This individual gets here and what do you think? Says that Soveza has cultists that are costing it heavier. The people from that were sent to help never showed up. Or they
I
showed
think.
up.
Well, I don't think that they know that even people came. I don't
Okay.
think that they ever arrived. If that's all right with you.
No, I'm asking. That's why I'm asking. Like narratively, right? You're good at telling stories too. Narratively, what works great? So you said they never arrived. So
Yeah, I think the situation is that the neighboring group, this cult, has basically cut off the road, which means they've cut off trade, they're cutting off people arriving, maybe they're capturing them and taking them back so that they're not just slaughtering everyone. Maybe they're making some sort of ransom or getting ready to make a ritual to bring back the dragon with live sacrifices. Sounds good. Ooh. Right?
Yeah, they're doing blood magic.
Mm-hmm.
Harnessing the raw life force, the raw life essence, and are going to try to channel it. So they've been capturing all they can, and they're planning on doing a mass attack to just kill as much as possible, while trying to get as many of them as possible to lose themselves to bestial form, which is a part that they wouldn't tell us. Right? Because they still don't want everyone to know that they are these creatures, right?
Right. So I think
That's
the help
bad.
never got there, and I think that they've been basically encamping, right? So they've cut off supplies, and yeah, you said Halfton. You sent Halfton earlier, so let's use Halfton as this person's name that comes from.
Okay. King J suggested Justice or Corpus as other options too. But Justice is fine too. I'm good, whichever.
Maybe there's 2 of them. I don't know. Maybe they banded together.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Couple runners.
Yeah,
sure.
Power in numbers, right? It's the last of their runners. So let's write
the last
down
of the
that.
scouts. Yes.
So Halfton, and do you prefer Cornelius or the other one, DM next?
Good other one.
Let's say Cornelius because that's the one I'm remembering right now. Last of the scouts, Halfton and Cornelius have managed to break through The encampment.
Perimeter, yeah. So
Parameter,
basically,
yeah.
they're a town that has no walls and are being sieged.
Yeah. Now this makes a lot of sense, man. To try to get help.
Yeah, it's
Coming
bad.
to us and cause our group to feel the cold in a very real and affecting way. All right. Well, we're telling a story, that's for sure. Okay, so very good. We will populate these NPCs a little bit later. I've got the notes for it, so we'll do that as we go.
So, just for people to know, the nomads I'm talking about, I pulled up on my quick Google search of them so they can kind of see. They do dog sleds or caribou, deer sleds, and their tents are made out of animal hide. They have a bit of structure to them, and they're known for, dealing with really, really, really low temperatures of minus 60. Minus 60 Celsius.
Yeah, no thanks.
So when we say it's cold, we mean it's cold. And so this is what Sovesa is styled after.
I think
Are these people
given
who live... Given what?
Given that these scouts have broken through, I think we should probably try. We should probably. Well, I mean, we've got a DC 11. We'll see how long they've been running in a minute, I guess.
Right?
Do you want to roll the flat check on this next day to see if we can make it?
Alright. Can I... That's wrong.
We do. No, it's 11, isn't it? So we don't.
So I think what makes sense is they give us a D4 on guidance, basically, to modify that of whether they have aided us enough, right? That gives us kind of the aspect. So for flavor, if they roll anything more than a 1, I say we make it. I say for the sake of a 1, we're just shy.
Okay.
Just for flavor and fun.
Roll us a D4 and let's see. Yep, we make it.
So we make it.
All right.
Do we have any encounters on the way? We do.
Oof.
In the morning as we
be
get ready to leave. Is it a partially frozen bestial creature from Sovesa tracking these who escaped?
I think it's the scouting party that I set up already. Like, maybe they saw that they got through and they've been pursuing them.
And they've been showing what?
Pursuing them.
Oh, pursuing them. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, they're pursuing that group that came last night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, do you think it's the Eternal Frost pursuing them, or do you think it is a corrupted former member of Sovesa pursuing them?
I think it's probably the Eternal Frost, because they're the ones that set up the...
Makes sense.
Alright, so I have that here. I called it the Eternal Frost Prevent Retreat Party.
Prevent retreat party. Nice.
All right, so let me just pull that in. Can you? Obviously, we're not in this location.
I'm gonna start
Maybe
working
just
on it.
shift that a little bit.
Let's take those away since we used them for that. And
Take
we'll throw
the
some
bear
other
away.
stuff in.
Yeah, and I will pull in what we've got. So,
Thank you. Glad you like.
so maybe there's some more of this where we've been sleeping.
Yeah, we can move stuff around as needed. So as we set out, let's win. Lost it. We're backing up, getting ready for the trip. And of course, you know, we're so it's going to be so much better.
Oh yeah.
Are the scouts still here? Or did they leave?
I think they're not in fighting shape.
Okay, that makes sense. So I'm thinking these ice slick areas are literally that. If you step on them, dex or slide.
Okay.
I think it makes sense that the stones are big enough to help block the wind a little bit, which is why we're in this central area to kind of block some of the wind. So you can't see like over them by, you know, you're hidden behind them, essentially, line of sight.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it makes things interesting.
Okay.
That, I don't like our choice.
You don't like
Drained.
our choice?
Drained.
It's great. It tells the story perfectly.
It does. I don't disagree. I'm just saying, like, that is...
It's awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so the situation is we have now, if we involve the wolves and stuff, I think we would need more enemies. What?
He let's say he left to go get his partner,
Okay.
because one sled wouldn't be enough to carry all 6 of us, right?
Okay.
The 4 of us and the 2 scouts.
Yeah.
So he went to go get help, and we're guarding his home while he goes to get some partners to help get us there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we hear potentially the noise outside,
Mm-hmm.
or they stealth and ambush us while we're working around outside getting stuff packed and ready.
All right, let's find out. Let's roll perception. And I'm not sure if these things have stealth. No, we'll just set a DC. We'll say, what do you think, 17?
Sure.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Marigold, you're our only hope.
Oh, thank Christ.
Oh,
Thank
man.
goodness. Oh, that would have been rough.
We're
I'm
already
sitting there going, oh, 17, that's one
we're
more.
already in a bad place. All right.
Alright, so... yeah, we'll roll some initiatives, yeah. And Marigold got to go first as well, makes sense.
Yep. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It makes sense that the others didn't, being drained and distracted.
So, I'm gonna narrate some things here. So, Marigold is gonna be further to the north, which is why she notices what's going on, or at least something of what's going on. I'm going to hide that one because it hasn't revealed itself yet. And what she will see are two ice mephits, one on either side of this rock formation, coming around, and basically, can see them coalescing out of the ice. Even as she's watching, they just rise out of the ice and start to shape into like the creatures that they are. And she's like, dearies,
Yes, Marigold.
there's something very odd going on over there. There seems to be some
demons.
sort of creatures. And yeah, she calls attention. So I think what she's gonna do, she is 30 feet, so I think she's gonna command her companion here, Visa, to maybe do some scouting. Visa gets 2 actions.
Sounds good. Exactly, King J. Nothing is guaranteed.
And which means, actually, I'll put Visa up into this tree here.
And Visa will have line of sight on it.
Yeah, but doesn't have the actions to communicate yet.
Oh, good.
But makes a warning call at this point, but we don't know exactly what that means. And then she is going to move up 30 feet. Jeez. Things are so far away.
Are they within 60? Oh, well, she has 2 actions left, right? Oh, 65.
I mean, I can put them within 60. Yeah. Let's just do 60.
It works.
So
We have enough disadvantages. We can do one duration.
she is going to try and slashing gust.
Now, would be nice is if they were within range of each other. Both.
Yeah,
Oh no,
they're not.
they're both within 60 feet. Can.
Slashing
That one's
gust
70.
says. Yeah,
So-
no. So she can get one. It'll take 5 points. So there's the damage. All right, she calls up the wind and it slices away at this ice being. And that is her turn. So we've got Ice Method 1.
Which is the one that got hit.
We got hit. All right, it's going to.
What command again?
What is their movement? 20, even less. 20. They were hoping for surprise, and they didn't get it. For starters, the Ice Method is going to heal for 2.
No.
Because it's touching either ice or snow.
Of course.
Yep. And then makes 1.
Something like that, King J.
I'm just going to move up. Doesn't like what she did and is going to try and claw.
No, not Marigold. Ooh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Bloom! With one, like, just this frenzy of claws just comes out of nowhere, just like slash, 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 and Marigold starts just screaming, blood pouring out. She's like, ah!
I'm too old for this.
Help me! God. At which point we have the mercenary wizard, so that's going to reveal itself at the top of that hillock rock face. Let's see what spells we have.
Wow.
We have magic missile. You know what?
Ray
I
of
think
Frost, 120 feet.
Yeah, or Ray of Frost. Yeah,
It fits.
it does. I think that it would go against the big one. So we're going to target Peter, and we're going to cast a Ray of
Like
Frost. Ooh, does not hit. Thank goodness, because yeah, you didn't have your armor on yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Forget what
And
my
then
armor
we'll
class is.
cast Shield.
Shield. Worse.
Yeah. Spell effect Shield. Boop. As frost and ice just make a barrier between her and the party. A loose barrier, but still a barrier. Peter?
Peter does not like this.
Jeez.
To think about is Peter's going to channel first. Peter think that probably need to do armor because they seem to hurt. So going to do armor because you need. Then Peter going to see the nasty creature hurt poorly. father there and decide that it need die, so going to head shoot it with metal shards, because putting things away, and metal shards come out from a water gun.
Okay. Oh, nice.
You take a damage.
It's a lot
As
of
metal
damage.
shards slice it to pieces.
And it's the one that's attacked Marigold, right?
Yeah. To leave Marigold alone. She is good old lady. She is good grandma. Bitter no her being hurt.
Right.
Yeah. How visible is the shield?
Well, it looks like a shield made of ice, so it got that visual.
Thirbold will choose to battle medicine.
No, Skewer does.
Obnob.
Help in this situation, yeah. He's built as the charismatic one, and we're up against things that may or may not understand us.
He's going to and put with going to heat. Quick Skewer, help Marigold. She needs to have help. Have her do healing. We need to make sure she heals, yes?
Yep, and that was
With
against the same one. Oh. I mean, any damage is good damage.
Yeah. I'm going to do promise you to see if we no fail, cause can't do things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's try. He tries to give them a quip. Oh no, you look like you need to take a sunbath down south, you know, friend. It's very warm with spices.
Okay, Skewer is going to he's going to move to here. And he's going to target Marigold.
Come on, Skewer.
And he's going to make a battle medicine check.
Skewer.
So let's roll with medicine. Let's hope for the best. He's not especially good at this, but you know,
Oh,
that's just enough. Just
to the
enough.
point, the exact amount. 1 point less would have been fail.
Uh-huh.
Ay, ay, ay.
All right, so Marigold gets healed for 8 points as Skewer expertly just manages to address the wounds that she just received. She cannot benefit from battle medicine again today.
Yeah.
From him, at least. She can benefit from her own, but not from him. Then he's going to target the ice method because he's moved once. He's battle medicine for 1 action. He can attempt to hit the creature with his pike.
Please hit.
Ah,
6 points.
slowly
And
chipping this thing,
because of snagging strike, it
Which is
is now
awesome.
off guard.
which is more awesome.
Yep. So because he has a hand free, he's able to do that, and effectively we're doing that every round. we're just trying to do that every round. So we're gonna apply that damage. Oops. Not skewer. Doing it takes damage. Oh, it's dead anyway.
Oh, well, I guess it's off guard.
It is definitely off guard. Alright. Next ice method is
How does
too
that
far
ice
away.
method feel, seeing his friend get obliterated?
I'm
Enjoy the
gonna
lurk,
sort of
Jay. Thank you
say
for being here.
that we're doing
Get some sleep.
this. And we're just, taking some narrative
Oh yeah.
shenanigans here. I can't remember.
Oh.
Can I think change the way that that's oriented to oops. Do you remember how we did that? Either way, it's
are you trying to do?
probably. I wanted to go the other way. Like, just don't know how to make it go the other way. Either way, Skewer's going to be in reach. I'm just not sure. I think possibly Peter will
there
be
we go.
too.
That way?
Yeah.
That's weird.
you go ahead and do it, because if we both move, it looks like it's jumping. There you go. Yeah. Oh, yikes. All right. It breathes ice. Of course it does. So we have this reflex save. So that's all three of us.
Yep.
So,
Not so good.
she's all right.
Yay, she passed.
It's gonna take half damage still. Oh, I think we all pass. All right.
Oh, good. We all passed.
We did. And then here's gonna be the damage roll. So we do this one, and we do this one. So we take half of both of these.
Does both?
1d6 cold and 1d6 piercing to each creature in the area.
Half of each.
Half of each.
Half of each is actually better for their entrance because it does more damage. The absolute minimum damage is 2, no matter if they pass or fail. It's not
Alright.
bad.
Marigold doesn't want to be there anymore.
She had good experience with cold.
I think she's gonna cast
Run!
this, because that makes sense. And so we're going to pull out the protector trait, and she's gonna put it right here.
Okay.
Then she's going to
Get behind
cast.
Skewer. Or get behind. Oh, she's gonna cast again.
I'm thinking Wilding Word
Does that work
rather than
on-
moving. It is, yeah.
Oh, creature. Okay. Sure.
So she's going to cast that. And I need
She's
to
gonna
target
cast it on Dice Method or on the.
Yeah, I don't have reach to the wizard. So we make that save. Oh, it's absolutely failing. So with a fail, becomes sickened each time it damages her and has a -2 penalty to its attack roll against her.
There you go. You won't
Yeah.
try doing that breath again.
Hopefully. Wizard, do you want to control the wizard? It's got plenty of spells.
For it.
Have a look.
You had some ideas already at 4, it sounded like, so I'm good with you
Yeah.
going for it this time.
Okay.
Take turns.
I think we are going to do. Got here.
It's a shield. It's a cantrip. See what you do.
Gonna. Yeah. Target. I'm gonna do electric arc. And
Can
targeting
you reach
skewer
from
and
there?
Peter. Oh,
That's
that's a
30
good point.
feet range.
Never mind. Don't worry about that.
50 foot. 60 foot to Peter.
In that case, we are just going to do this.
Wow. You can do 1, 2, or 3 action.
I can, and it's going to take all 3 actions. I'm going to do 2 against Skewer and 1 against Peter. So it just does each one individually.
Yep.
So the first
Just
2 are going to be
does
against
damage.
Skewer. And
Apply it
then
for
the
you.
final one is against Peter. Yeah, sure, you can apply it. And we're gonna skin this as icicles
Yes.
instead of force. Icicles spew out of this person's hands, and
I hate the ice now.
and in fact, what I'm gonna do as well, due to things, I think it makes sense to slightly change things. So I'm gonna say, don't worry about it. That's fine. We'll sort it out. Cool. So that being done,
That was a
it's
lot of
whole
damage.
turn. Oh yeah, that's magic missile, man. Magic missile does the damage. Peter.
Peter didn't like that.
Oh.
Else doesn't like the ice method, so he's not sure what to do.
Well, the shield is gone now, so there's that. But it is
Yeah, it
high
has to.
up. You know, you do need athletics checks to get up there.
Oh, he has a 30-foot range, so you just have to move.
Oh, the ice method? Yeah, sure. All right. Well, let's see what he does.
Just get in range, but you'd have to move the ice method. It's basically,
Mm,
and
you could.
not allowed to occupy an enemy space.
No, cannot. And moving through us is difficult terrain, so.
In
A little
hopes
bit.
that he's he's going to here. Going to not what I meant. Not what I meant.
Yeah.
Trying to get it to drop the cone. If you hold control and mouse wheel, that's how you get it to rotate.
Control and mouse wheel. Gotcha.
He's going to place it so that he doesn't hit his friend, because he's not that mean.
Sounds good to me.
And he's going to tell the Mephit to go ahead and do that.
All right, so Mephit makes that. Let's see. Will succeed normally.
Dealing damage to the creature that fails takes extra damage, which does the slashing.
Ooh. So, boop.
So he could have done, it would have done an additional d6 bleed damage if he had.
Oh, wow. But it still does damage on a success?
It does just the damage. If you critically fail, it does the other. At least that's what it said. I can put it in chat for you to read it if. There you go. I could have gotten something wrong being out of my mind.
It's a basic reflex save, so we're gonna revert this. We're gonna do that.
Oh, basic means it does half?
Yep.
Good to know. Well, that's all he has, because that's 2.
And you've taken him out of initiative too.
Yep,
And we
I will
move
fix
him
that.
up.
I accidentally deleted his token.
Perfect. Alright, third ball.
There.
Can Thurbo reach the wizard? With
Yep,
his
that's what he's
bow?
doing. That's why he's right where he's at. You guys, you take care of the frozy beast there. I'm going to send some lovely metal wooden shards with metal tips at our friend upon the hill. And apparently not hit because I cannot do so.
No, no. Okay.
Apparently I don't know how to get any. This is just wonderful. Oh? Is you within 30? You are. Then I'm going to try to do something new because otherwise I'm just going to fail my last shot. Do you mind leaving my friends alone and leaving everyone here and go and be in peace in a volcano or something?
So, Beaumont, let's see if it understands your language. I think it does, because the wizard speaks your language. Let's say yes. That's a success. What happens? So there's a fail, so it fails, or you succeed.
Yeah, I succeeded. So,
Target is distracted,
take one
-2 to
action,
perception
typically.
and will.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Excellent.
That's basically spend an action when its turn is wasted.
Skewer will actually
Told him to go,
trying
you know, chill in a volcano. I'm sure he feels very complimented by volcanoes in his very essence, right?
Yeah, he's gonna try and make an athletics check.
You got this. You got this, Skewer.
Let's hope. Oh,
Hey.
yeah, he does.
Nice.
Uh-oh!
I
Uh-oh,
agree.
wizard! You might be in a tad bit of trouble.
Peter was considering grabbing the Mephit and using it as a missile weapon against the...
That would have been great. Alright, so Skewer gets up there and he's going to use Snagging Strike, as he always does.
If only you could move.
Oh!
Ow!
Shoop! 18 points of damage. Yoink! Single
Oh.
hit. Wizard just. And what do you think he does? He just stabs him right through, and he hoists him up above, and he's like,
Skewer, you skewered another one. Very good, friend.
That's an excellent turn. And Ice Mephit last, I guess.
Ice Mephit, you're all alone. There's no one here beside you. You have no
Yeah.
friends. And you
But-
only have 2 actions.
Is that what it does? Is that what Bonmot does?
Yeah, it's up to the GM, but it must spend at least 1 action. Takes a -2 status penalty. to
Target
perception.
can end the effect early, but takes a single action.
So he
Doesn't
doesn't
have
have
to.
to end it. Takes a -2 on perception and
Alright, who's he going after? I mean, Peter's right there. So he moves up, targets Peter, and makes a couple of claw attacks.
he hits.
Apparently.
Ow.
And multiple attack penalty. Of course. Yep. Couple of claws. There you go. And we'll also heal for 2 because touching ice. Marigold. It's in range. Unfortunately, due to that protector tree has not really done well because it's slightly the wrong place. She can't
Yep.
move it. So
It's
she's
alright.
going to target the creature. Reflex is really good, so we're just going to do slashing gust. And we're going to make an attack. Oh. You know what?
We're nearing the end.
No,
Do you want to hero point that?
I do. There we go.
There.
Roll damage. Oh, good damage.
Very good.
Okay, yeah, the wind strikes up. Marigold whispers to her patron. Please, you said that, I would be useful to you. Can I get some help?
Not going to be helpful if I'm dead.
Right, Peter? Ice Mephit right next to you.
That for?
recharge. It's at least 1 round. So. Its AC is 17. Nope.
Oh, I thought it was targeted. Sorry. Well, he just misses. Punches at it with stone metal in his fists, and apparently just miss.
Third
So
ball?
I'm going to go ahead and hero point the first one.
Okay, go ahead.
We need to get at least something.
Yeah. Right. And as soon as this battle is over, we also need to have a break. Nope.
It's the exact same. I hate it when you use a hero point. It's the exact same.
Third ball. This creature has managed to evade Peter's every last hit. Ugh. We've got the sun in our eyes
hero
or
point
something.
the first one.
That's- No. No! No! Alright, well...
Just to show how great it is.
Oh, jeez. Alright. Skewer. Surely you can save the day. Move here, because I can. Which means it's flanked.
You know, it's not like my modifiers are bad. Just
No. That's
Guys
just
hate
what it
me
is. Yeah. I mean, that'll do.
apparently they like you.
16? Oh, that's him.
Let's not do
Always
skewer.
do that. Always do that. Yeah. Bye-bye. Skewer comes in. Nearly lands the end of his spear in Peter. Peter just dodges out of the way. Oi!
Have you ever heard metal scratch stone?
Oh, yeah.
That's the sound you hear as his spear goes through the method.
Oh,
And nicks Peter.
I got a little bit exuberant there. Sorry about that. But hey,
But your
it's dead,
spear.
and we're not.
Yes, you did good job, Skewer. You do good piercing things. You know how to use your shaft.
I sure do. All right, so with that, we definitely need to take a quick break.
Yep.
Here.
Sorry we're so late
and-
for you, Matt.
Yeah, that's okay.
We'll finish up when we get back. 5-10
Yeah,
minutes.
probably. Yeah, it'll be a shorter session at the end than normal because we normally have our break in the middle, and it's a little bit after that now. But
Yep.
that's okay. We'll be back shortly, folks, with the second half to see what is in Sylvester.
Second
And
half, you know.
Yeah, second part.
Second part.
All right,
Yeah. Yeah.
we'll be back soon. All right.
Welcome back, everyone, for the continuation of our game tonight of Eòlas. With Marigold, Skewer the Piercer, Thurbold, and Peter.
Yes.
MVP this
and
round is Skewer.
I have off-screen made 3 medicine checks representing half an hour. One that critically succeeded on Peter, so got him from very hurt to not at all. One that succeeded on Skewer, getting him a little bit more healthy. And nothing on Marigold because she failed against herself. I'm also going to do... Skewer is going to try as well to heal himself and to heal Marigold. I'm going to try on Marigold first.
I can have Thurbold do that too if you want, because he could help during that time. He's not as good, but
Yep.
he can try.
He can try, and one against himself. So he does succeed on himself.
Thurbold succeeded on Marigold,
On
failed
Marigold.
on Skewer.
Alright, so we'll both roll 2d8. That much going to Skewer. Do you want to roll for Marigold?
Sure. If you would like, I can.
Okay.
Should have let
Heal
you do it.
that. That's alright, we're good. So we spend half an hour healing each other's wounds and getting a semblance of our health back.
Livelihood. I think that's probably about the time that the guy comes back and sees the dead wizard on the rock, bleeding out where Skewer flung him after, cheering, and then sees us all bandaging our wounds and can piece it together.
Indeed.
I think we better move on. Looks like you had some unwanted guests. Let me get the scouts up and we'll be moving on. We need to make sure we take our tent with us. I saw the tent you brought and I don't think you want to camp out in that here. So, get the gear on the sled. My associate here will help you. What was the other name that King J gave us? We can use that.
I've got them written down here. We
Okay.
have Halfton and Cornelius.
I was saying the other name. So we can have our friend here. What was his name? Hagen. Hagen's associate. The other hunter, like Hagen.
Okay.
We can call him Doss, and then we can call him Hagen Doss. You like that?
Doss.
Matt, do you know what Hagen Doss
Apparently.
is? Do you know what Hagen Doss is?
I don't, but...
Okay. Yeah, I know. So Hagen Doss, if you look on my stream, is this.
Stream.
Ice cream.
Ah, nice. Yeah,
So we
do
have
it.
Hagen, and we can have Doss, so we can have Hagen Doss. The dog sled team. The Masters of the Frost.
I like it. Alright, sounds good. So that is that.
That's good.
Perfect. That's great. I have transferred whatever loot there was, and we are good to go, which means
Okay.
that we're gonna copy our tokens, and we're making it today.
Correct. So we don't have to worry about any others. This was the encounter we'd have for the day.
So let's activate that one. Hello, hands for off screen. Alright,
So as they approach, they see smoke from all of the tents. Because,
Yes.
gotta have fire to stay warm. It's not
Indeed.
fire as the place is burning, fire as in the place is staying alive. And Haagen-Dazs will tell us that the barricades around is actually not normal, which means they obviously are having some problems.
Right. So going to represent some things here. Wait for this to very slowly move across.
Yay, more things. You like things.
Alright, so well they've set up some stuff, so makes a good amount of sense. To be something like this. To maybe like that. And we're going to make this. So, okay. A few things to denote what is happening in this particular situation, okay? We don't know this. Actually, what I might do to denote this, because we just did have these just a second ago, so it'd be best to show this with what we already set up. So, tile controls that one.
You talking about the ice spike tokens?
Yeah. Oh, don't worry about the spikes. So I was just going to do this
Okay.
to represent that we have a big ice lick here. So that represents something that we may or may not notice, which is determined by this stealth DC of 17. And then we have some spike launchers that the enemies have set up that are on tripwires, basically coming along area as well.
Sounds lovely. Lovely,
Yeah.
lovely.
All right. So, and then as we do that, we're going to also, can you determine for me, can you ping for me which tent you think the leader is going to be in, please, so that I can move them to there? The leader of
The leader of Sovesa?
Of Sovesa, please, yes. Maybe it's somewhere. in
Probably
the middle.
here.
There? Yeah. Alright. I'll put the leader there. What's we got here? Okay.
So I kind of felt that this area here, the 6 on the side over here, were kind of like the head warriors or guards of the camp. And then there's extended family units scattered throughout who would have a patriarch of the extended family. And so each of the tents that look like this would be kind of like a patriarch's tent. And so I put a bear hide as the entryway.
Yep. Perfect.
So
Just
he would
setting
be
up our
Yep.
encounters and things.
Perfect.
And I will let you know what we're representing here in a moment. this one is yes. And then you can change where these are located in a moment. I'm just setting them out.
Yep.
And decide what's what. All right, so a few things. So the two that I've set outside the camp is one encounter. These are guards, effectively, that are called human bandits. They could be standing watch. However, just as a situation that's growing here, there is a totem that is out here that we might be able to find something in the tile controls to represent the tiles. You want to see if you can find something that might look like a totem or a special flag, a flag even, or something like that to represent that's just sitting out here. Because there is something that's keeping the leader from just coming out and savaging everyone. And that is because he is fascinated. We don't know that he is fascinated, but there is a totem out there that it has a magical effect on it, and that is causing him to be fascinated, and he is also sickened thanks to the things that these people have done. We'll put something out there to represent that at some point. We have effectively guards, which is one encounter. We have this green thing here, which represents not a single person, but it represents random good, like ally, align, city, like, or village people that might be able to throw an attack here on there. It's designed to be that they might be able to, it's a narrative feature more than anything, where they can sort of assist in the narrative here. And then we have the leader of the attacking force and their bodyguard down here. So you can put those ones wherever you like.
So are you thinking they already made it into the camp? And
yes.
Like they've already taken it over?
Yes, effectively. They don't have to have completely taken it over, but they've certainly controlled the leader, at least.
So it's going to be smaller, but I'm thinking a cairn of stones fits well.
Yeah, all right. Sounds good to me. And it can just be just right outside the door. Great. And then the last part of this situation, which none of us have any idea of, and which the camp doesn't have any idea of, is that the camp prophet / witch doctor / whatever else they might be called, Fit over here, is unknowingly has been sleeping. We can consider it like dark as we make it here, because we only just made it. So it can be like they've gone to bed early. And unbeknownst to us and to them and to everyone else, there is someone in disguise here. No one knows they're in disguise. Someone's in disguise over there, trying to do something nefarious. But none of us know. And even the enemy, even the Winter Court do not know about that. So something else going on in the grand scheme of things. All right, so where would you like the leader of the attacking force to be, and their bodyguard? So those two would go together. Place them anywhere you like. And you can place the
If they've taken out the camp, they probably would still be, until they hear commotion, probably still be fairly close.
The issue
Unless they had a
is,
reason not to be.
yeah, the issue being maybe they've got some of the camp that's still trying to resist elsewhere. Just I want to try and keep the encounter
Okay.
separate from each other.
If they're where the camp would be resisting, or they're trying to make sure they don't cause problems, it'd probably be over here, watching the more renowned warriors of the camp, making sure they're
Yeah,
behaving
that makes
themselves.
sense. Yeah. All right, that makes a lot of sense. Cool. Well, that is what we have set out. Again, our characters don't know much about this. We are coming
Nope.
up towards the camp. We can see smoke, you said, rising from the camp. And
So they're
can
not
see
dead.
right? Can hear probably the sound of yelling, maybe battle, potentially off in
Yeah.
the distance. All right. Let's make some perception checks as we approach the camp.
We did have one night's sleep, right? No, we didn't. We haven't since we got our
We could call it morning if you want.
drained. Well, it's just, did we or did we not get rest since we're drained?
I would recommend doing it
It's kind of what I was thinking.
because it would reduce drain for Skewer. It would also make another rest for Marigold, which means her hit points are higher, and it means her spells are back, which is important.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, is that we kind of need to be at our best if we're dealing with,
You
The
love how
camp.
much she regains health overnight? 1 hit point.
Oh, poor Marigold. Should have been allowed to stay home. She should have been allowed to stay home.
But this series of events will see us get a level. We're not going to get through this today either,
Oh, yeah.
but we'll get through it probably next week. We might be able to do one battle or at least one situation here.
Yeah, I don't
as
think
we-
I am having a hard time with everything else going on, so I'm not gonna
Okay.
go too late. But so
Well,
we can do
let's-
probably move in and
Let's
get
do
some
this
done.
little situation, this little hazard,
Exactly.
and then we can finish off with how we're going after the hazard. All right, so yeah, we're approaching the camp. Everyone's keeping their eyes out, hopefully. Oh, Thurball. Wow.
How do Marigold and Skewer do? Skewer and Peter are looking at their toes.
I mean,
Nice.
Marigold's alright. Keeping her eye open. But Thurball is the one that really can tell. So, in this case, Marigold will say, "Oh, dearies, it does look like that ice slick is going to make things very difficult to cross." And Thurball, in his voice, can tell us that there are actually trigger wires crossing that field that look like they're connected to.
Yes, there is also wires to cause traps over the ice. We need to be careful. You do not want to slip on the ice and trigger the traps. That would be most painful, I believe.
Wires?
Yes.
Oh, dearie.
You know, trap wires. Don't know anything about tripwires, traps, or anything.
Do you think you might be able to disable them, dearie?
I can try.
I think he would stealth up, avoiding the slick ice. and see if he can disable the traps with Every, since that's what you use for traps. Ooh.
Alright, so let's have a look at what it says, because I haven't
16.
done this in a little while. Yeah, I just mean disable. Nice.
To disable one of the 4 launchers, or 12 to step over the traps.
Okay, so it says success you disable, nothing on a fail, critical failure you trigger. So you're unable to, at this point, disable it, and you've spent 2 actions to attempt that.
Right.
Which we should make an encounter, because that matters. We have these spike launchers, which I will roll for. They only happen once, actually. At least this will be able to show us, because they're not complex traps.
Yeah. Which
Just
initiative
trap.
order do you want them on, or do you not want them on?
They're not going to fire by themselves.
Okay.
They're only going to fire if they're triggered.
So they
So
don't
we
need to be
don't-
in the initiative.
We don't. Yeah, we're just saying that we're determining our action. So Thurbol's done what he can do for the moment. We've determined it's a hazard. We've determined that there's something off here. So Skewer. Well, don't know about anyone else, but I think I might just walk over it, over those things. You said that there's tripwires, right? If I just look at the
Yes.
tripwire and I just step over it,
Well, you need to be careful on the ice if you go that way.
I'll do my best. So, given this,
It's gonna circle.
it's going to try to skirt around. And we're going to make an athletics check. It's a DC 18. Athletics. Ooh.
Ooh.
He has a hard time of it. Which means we're gonna slip and slide. And he's gonna take 10 feet in the direction it was moving. So he
Yep.
moves another 10 feet. And he takes 2d6 bludgeoning damage. Roll 2d6. Oof. Ow. Damage. Should probably reduce that, but that's okay. Actually, I'm going to take half of that. We're just going to take half.
It's fine.
Because we're reducing the severity of traps and hazards, because hazards in Pathfinder are ridiculous.
Yeah, they're extremely deadly.
And so he takes some damage, lands on his ass, prone, and he's like, "Oh, it really is slippery."
Skewer,
That is his
did I
turn.
not tell you to be careful? It is very slick. It is more slick than a newborn kitten.
Marigold will move twice to here. And command Visa to move twice. Which is her whole action, or she could just prepare to aid and leave. Actually, she will cast Patron's Puppet at the start of her turn to have a familiar move for free.
There you go.
Just so that we can, get somewhere.
Yep.
So she casts that, which means that her focus spells are spent. She cannot cast that again, but at least Visa is up here. And then with her last action, because that was a free action, she will assist or aid Thurbold with whatever check he's going to do next.
Sounds
Peter?
good. I think Peter, seeing this, is going to move up. And it says an athletics check.
Yeah.
But is there any rock here?
Rock. Well, yes, there would be earth underneath the snow.
Okay. It's a determination. So, could he use his channel elements to modify the athletics check or do an attack instead? To basically break up the ground. Using his basically rock shards spiking up from the ground.
He can make attacks as normal against the spike launchers, if that's what you mean.
I was thinking against the ice. So basically, like, he just causes spikes to shoot out all over the ice, breaking it up so it's not slick.
Okay. Yeah. I think there would have to be some sort of check for it.
Okay.
You can't just. Unfortunately, Pathfinder is written in such a way that, like,
No, I'm okay
coming
with
up
that.
with a creative solution is cool,
Right.
and we love it. But it's not just going to work without testing
Right.
something.
And that's why I was that's why I was talking with you, trying to think what action should we have it check
Well,
should it be?
I mean, I think athletics makes sense. We could say that because there's not like you're not applying any. Just looking at nature, religion, social, community, service, labor, thievery, athletics. I think athletics makes sense. Let's go. No. Yeah, this is not something that
When you roll
is
a 2,
fine. Yeah. I mean, it must be that the ice is really thick. The snow must be extra thick here, and he can feel the earth moving and obeying his will. He just can't quite break it up just yet.
yeah, just not quite working. That is his turn.
All right. So Thurbold.
So, I think he's going to try to
Got an
disable the
A?
trap again, because we want the traps disabled so we don't get anyone killed.
Mm-hmm. And that is a success on my half. So you get a +2 to it, which means that you
So it's a
succeed.
21. So that passes the thievery 16.
So this one just goes bye-bye.
Yep.
And you've got one action left.
Very good. That is one down. Let me see about going to the other one. So he's going to do his best to skirt the ice, going around this way. but it goes in a straight line when you try to do it, so... Okay, he steps to the side around here. Kind of avoiding the ice.
Mm-hmm. All right, Skewer will stand. Shocking.
Skewer, is your bottom okay? You look like you fell on it hard.
I'll be right. I've had worse.
Do you need to have Marigold take a look at your tailbone and make sure it is not broken?
No, she'll be right. He will step over that one and see if he gets it again. What did we need? To just step over?
I think it was a 12 to step over.
Then he
Yeah,
is
12
alright.
acrobatics.
He will manage to step over. Alright, he's like, oh, see, you can just step over it. I do see some people who seem to be strong-arming in the camp.
So do we need to kill them, or do they look like they are of the camp and we need to be friendly with them?
He's going to with his last action. No, he's had 3, so he can't. It's like, I'll see what I can work out. But it is Marigold's turn. What does Marigold do in this situation?
Ask her patron what is going wrong with her. Make her come out in this place.
Are you sure that you really want me out here? I'm 77, dearie. This really, I'm not sure. And the crow just like caws in her face and like flaps its wings right in her. All right, I'll go. Is gonna move a couple of times, I guess, and move the companion twice. So, Peter.
That didn't work, so I think he would try metal instead. Well, maybe the stone is not available, so he takes out some metal from his pocket and like scatters it to try to see if he can cause it to rip up the ground as to not allow slippage on the ice.
Makes sense.
Because, you know, trying to make an easy exit.
Oh! Alright, there goes the ice lick. So, boop, boop.
Just rips and shreds it with metal shards going everywhere, just dicing it up. Turning the ice into snow.
Perfect.
That worked out better.
Cool. Awesome.
Guess he can try to step over it. Or actually, no. He'll try that. Since the metal worked well, he's gonna try to shred the bike launcher.
Okay. They definitely have armor class and hit points and everything, so by all means, go ahead. That's not gonna do it.
Guess lacks action. He'll try to do it again.
There you go. So roll damage. Nice. So that one will take some damage.
Hardness of 3, so it, only takes 4.
But it's damaged.
So he starts
Good work.
working on flinging metal shards and dicing it up.
All right, Thurball. Now that Peter has successfully roughed up the terrain.
This does not make sense that you try to shred it when you can just disable it.
Saves
You go like
versus
this.
death. Welcome in. Hi guys, how you doing? Good to see you
Welcome
all.
in.
We are just playing some Pathfinder 2 Kingmaker. It's great to have you. We really appreciate you raiding on in and trusting us with your community. Let's give a not Kingmaker. I'm so used to saying Kingmaker. Pathfinder 2. We're doing our own setting.
Hey!
Wow. So it's DM Nix's setting. He's just over there. And it's called Eòlas. And we're playing characters in it. We're world building in it. It's still Pathfinder, but yeah.
Yep.
Good to have you all. How was your game? What were you playing? Tell us all about it. Guys, if you don't know Saves versus Death, please go and give them a follow. They have been kind enough to rate us with a party of 6, and we really appreciate that. So giving them a shout out there, go and click on that, give them a follow, and support them wherever you can. So critical success there, yeah.
Yeah. So that one's gone.
You have successfully disabled another spike launcher trap. And for those that are just coming on in, Saves versus Death, we are coming up to a bivouac kind of town that that are nomads that are allied to us, but they're being attacked right as we arrive. And so we're just trying to help this village that is allied to all of our characters and save them from the attack.
Indeed.
Okay, so he successfully disabled that. He critically
Yep, that was
succeeded,
his-
so it means... Yep, sorry, go ahead.
It was his 3 actions because he had to move and then disable.
He is also going to get a spike trap for free. I will populate his inventory with one of those later
cool.
because he managed to critically succeed and salvage it.
Well, that's
It won't
fun.
be it won't be a launcher. It'll just be a spike trap, but it's something.
Might have a use for it.
Yeah, I'll populate that a little bit later.
Put it out front of Skewer's room so Skewer can skewered.
Right. Now that Skewer sees that Peter is attempting to damage one, he's wondering whether that's the best play, maybe?
We did tell him to take a look at the people in camp. See if they're
He
friend or
needs
foe.
to
Because
Yeah, so
we
he's
don't
going
want to kill the wrong people.
make a... What do you think, DM? Maybe this is a recall knowledge check. Maybe this is a perception check to sense motive.
I could see that. Either one. Probably perception to see how well he sees them. How far are they? 80 feet.
He tells the party that he's not sure. He's like, "Oh, I don't really know if they're friendly or not, but it seems like they've got their eyes firmly stated on the tents of our allies. So, not sure what that means."
Maybe Marigold can have better understanding of people with her visit age. You know, she is wise from her years, yes?
Oh, I'm sure she knows more than I do.
There you go. Hey.
It would take more than 4.
I said
10.
damage. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, it should have only resisted 3.
3.
So it should have taken
Another.
11.
Yeah.
So it should be at that.
Nice. And he does have another action, so he's going to try and destroy it. So here's another attack with multiple attack penalty. That's not as good.
He smashes
All right.
the ice.
Let's see if she can work it out. Perception. She does. It's like, oh, dearie, you really need to, be a little bit more wise in the ways of the old ways. Oh, Mab, she speaks to me, even though I don't always understand why she speaks to me or why she wants to do. But those people are not friendly, I can tell you that. She will then.
So at least now we know they're hostile. That'll set things up for us instead of wandering in, blatantly being like, "Hi guys, we're here to help." Die.
Oh. She tries to slash at the spike launcher with her magic. Old Mab doesn't really agree with just attacking random random pieces of wood and metal. It seems like a waste. So sorry. Peter?
Oh, I love it.
This one's nearly destroyed.
Well, that's true. It's like, I'll help you on your skewer. You did good work. Out of range. I'm more than 30?
Yep, 45.
Yep. So I guess
Soon adds up, doesn't it?
he'll go ahead and work on the one he's on. What? How's it out of range? It is 30 from him.
No, it's
It's
40.
40?
Yeah,
'Cause of
30 from the
diagonal.
aura. Hey, Dragon Playing Worm. Posture check. All right, you got it. And a stretch. Everyone at home, it's time to stretch. Stretch out your arms. Stretch out your legs. Ah, yes. And a hydrate. Cheers. Mm.
The dice do
Good
not
thing.
like me tonight.
No, they are solidly not in your favor, sir.
Fail, fail,
All
fail,
right.
fail, fail. Pass, fail,
Third
fail, fail, fail,
ball.
fail.
Thurbol, who sees his companions just getting their weapons out and their magics out and their abilities out and trying to smash these hazards that is so carefully disabled. You will need to make a check on that trajectory to not trigger.
Yeah, I barely made it. Nope. Told you the dice don't like me tonight. 75% of my rolls or more have been low.
All right, Skewer.
I bet you're all hoping I rolled that way on Saturday.
I won't say that.
I mean, make it a cyber psycho. Wouldn't that be fun?
All right, that one's done. Let's get it out. So he manages to to damage that one enough that it falls over, and he trusts that Thurbol or his other companions can take care of the last one. He is going to move up, ready. He's actually going to move. Or he could aid. He moves to aid. You know what? That's what he does. He's not very good at thievery, but he moves to try and aid.
Be a team
And
player.
then Marigold is going to...
Bring magic at the enemies so she could bring them in to combat.
Yeah, not right now. No. That's for next session. No.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, well, she will try to slashing gust. It doesn't really know what to do at this point. It's not really her wheelhouse. Alright, so we can roll damage. Does 3 damage, which is completely absorbed by the trap. She's like, well...
That's the exact amount you needed to not do a thing.
I had a feeling that Mab didn't want me to do that, but I wasn't sure. I don't know how to disable them. You go ahead, Thurbol. Alright, and with the rest of us, I'm pretty sure we can get that one disabled, but Peter, how do you want to...
Peter, knowing that she said they're hostile, is actually going to go this route. And move up in preparation for what's coming.
Next session? Yeah. Nice.
As he wants to, protect his friends.
Mm-hmm.
You must protect Marigold. She is good grandma. You got to keep her alive. She makes good cookies, You want to have good cookies. If
But don't you eat too many, Sonny.
I work it off. I'm not worried. Long hours at the forge makes it so you have lots of calories burnt. You lose all that.
Ooh.
I don't think he hero pointed, did he, last time?
I don't believe so. Either way, Skewer will attempt to help and not.
So, yeah, I would hero point that then.
Okay, let's see.
Because we don't want it to blow up in our face if we can avoid it.
Preferably. Oh. What? It was bound to do it. Alright, the spike launcher
I hate this
will...
game tonight. It is not being nice.
Okay, you trigger the device. So here is the attack. Boom. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so
Yeah,
here is
reduce
the
the
damage.
damage to what you wanted it to be.
16 points of damage, sir. As Thurble triggers the device, but there is no more of it. It's just triggered once and then it's disabled.
He just
But
slumps
nearly-
over. He
yeah,
slumps
nearly
over,
take- no.
whining like a injured kitten.
Alright, so maybe we'll have some narrative about what happens to him, because I think that should probably do something to him. Maybe he's clumsy or some other thing, as maybe it goes through his leg and he has 5 feet less movement speed or something like
Yeah, I can
this.
see that.
For the next round, for the next time. But with all of that said and done, we have disabled all the traps, albeit at fair cost. Knowing that there are enemies ahead for next time. Guys, if you like what you see, like what you hear that we are doing, please join us next week. We start at... What time is it, your time, that we start?
It starts at 8 Eastern.
8 Eastern PM on Thursday. It starts at 10 a.m. Australian time, because we are odd. We are very
We're on
odd.
other sides of the globe. Yay!
We are definitely. Yeah, and we will be back with some more fun and hopefully better rolls next time. We really appreciate you
seriously,
being
the
here.
rolls tonight was awesome.
So, just to thank you again to Cruelfang, to Dragon Playing Worm, to Azrael, to Silverwolf, to King J, who gifted, I
King
think,
J
5 or
was-
6
Yeah,
subscriptions
he was
to
on
us.
fire tonight.
To RL, to Angel. Just thank you to all of you.
Good night,
And a
Cruelfang.
special thank you to Saves vs. Death and all of the wonderful raiders that came in right near the end of the stream. We really appreciate you, and I will be, if I'm not already, I'll make sure I go and follow Saves vs. Death, and that should go to for everyone. Please go and follow them. We are going to jump to the ending screen, which is this one. I'm going to say goodbye. Please take care. Be kind to each other. We are going to find
Take
someone
everyone.
to raid out to.
Thank you all so much for being here. Be sure to join us next time. You can follow us and turn on notifications so you know when we're live. Until next time, as always, enjoy the story. See you guys next time.